Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. So today we are doing the Final Fantasy XIV Rogue Quest, Grinners in the Mist. Jack appears eager to hunt down the Maelstrom's stolen treasures. Been practicing your dance steps, Illusion, because we're about ready to run rings around Captain Malala and her swads. The Eljags have been pressing their investigations into the treasures, what was cloyed from the Maelstrom tub. But as you know, we've got our own network of coves that don't miss naught of the goings-on about town. As the sharp end of the job, it'll be you, me, Underfoot, and the Stray. Let's get down to business, eh? Kebe's late to the feast, so I'll just make sure we're all on the same page. For the now, when we get down to it, we have two goals for the job. Bite back them 3 treasures, and mail the codes what cloyed them in the first place. You can be sure that the Yellow Jacket's crew will be doing her damnedest to beat us to the marks, and seeing as the fate of the guild is at stake, we'd best not drag our do-beaters on this one. I said we'd gabble them baubles after 4 she's even lifted anchor, and give her a proper reason to rage against us rogues. You seem awful keen on this contest all of a sudden, Jack. Aye, well, here's the thing. I sent me a grievance to the Solocracy regarding the Shrew's challenge, but them paper shufflers don't care a whit as long as one of us gets the job done. So I figured I'd sail with the wind rather than against it. Besides, we want to shirk our duties and force poor Captain Malala to blunder about in the scary Darkmans, now would we? How very gentlemanly of you. Well, them's the cards what we've been dealt, ain't they? Now stow your quips and let's hear what we've learned about them bloody treasures already. Aye, the treasures. According to the manifest of that Maelstrom vessel, we're looking to bite back the Cerulean Star, the Silver Sorrows, and something called the Black Sarcophagus. That one sounds ominous. Aside from the fancy names, I was able to whittle a few more details. The Cerulean Star, for starters, is a big old blue diamond which shines like a star, I suppose. Then we've got the Silver Sorrows, a pair of earrings that once graced the wattles of a Sultana of Ulda. There's a tale there, but one what don't concern us at present. Lastly, this Black Sarcophagus thing. I'm afraid that one remained a mystery no matter how much I poked and prodded. In any case, all 3 of these trinkets was recorded as spoils from official privateering raids. Now, as you know, a pirate will usually sell his plunder through a reliable fence. Sometimes through holding on an auction is the only way to offload goods. What is too extravagant or just too bleeding rare for the average cull to deal in. Our 3 wondrous treasures fell into the auction-only category. When the bidding began in Elport, the Solocracy weighed in with its ample purse, made some unmatchable offers, then organized a tub for the merchandise to be shipped back to Limsa. And that's when our marks swooped in and picked their transport clean. I had a few wids with the Maelstrom sailors that survived the attack, and they pointed the finger at the Grin and Curs. Problem is, not one cull seems hide nor hair of the Curs, not to mention their bloody ship since the raid. Sorry I'm late, Jack, though you'll want to hear this. Some of the cargo that was cloyed from the transport was just found during a routine inspection at the Lithogran checkpoint. Lithogran? Have the Curs made landfall then? And what are the treasures? Any mention of them? Not that I've heard, but the Jackets ain't done shaking out all the boxes yet. Then we better get eyes out there quick like. Illusion Underfoot, you're fresh for a run, ain't you? Come on, lass, I'll race you out to the checkpoint. Where's the Lithogran checkpoint? Oh, way down there. We'll get there as quick as we can. I want to race. You owe me a pint. Jib's aside, though, it looks like the Kebe is right about the cargo. What I've been able to catch from the swads at the gate, it seems a peddler was boned for carrying goods what was known to be aboard that transport. They carted the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still here. I saw a pair of jackets carrying boxes up that wooden ramp. You need to know what's in them crates. I get the feeling they won't open their gans for their asking, though. Not while this fool's challenge is going on. Do you think you could skulk over there and see if they found them treasures yet? Hide. There we go. This is all junk. No diamond, no earrings, and no bloody black sarcophagus. Looks like we'll have to lean hard on that skinny peddler to find them treasures. Sergeant says the merchant still pleaded ignorance. Claims he was hired to carry the goods to the checkpoint, not else. What a pile of puggle shite. I'm guessing the pirates split the cargo and are trying their luck at every checkpoint. Captain Malalo's already given orders to double the guard and inspect every cart and wagon that comes through. So they have found not of value, eh? Ben, I thought we'd lost the contest before we'd even properly started. But be that as it may, things don't add up here. Why would you order a quill to carry the goods through the checkpoint? No smuggler's that daft, surely. And even if by some miracle of the gods you squirmed through Lithogran without raising a fuss, why would ye risk taking merchandise back to the city, what we cloyed it from? No, there's a bigger picture here, and we need to take a step back to see it. Some of the crews hired this peddler to do their dirty work. There'll be someone in the shadows who's brokered the deal. I just happen to know a code of what makes it his business to oversee these kind of shady arrangements. Thing is, this black marketeer bloke changes his haunts depending on how the breeze blows. Quite literally, in fact. I seem to recall the navigator's veil being shifted by a westerly this morning, so we'd put him... at Tiller's Rest. Nice and close. Why don't we go ask him a few questions before we head back to the guild? Okay, well, we'll go talk to him here and see what new information he might be able to impart upon us. Hopefully something useful. I pride myself on my memory for faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions. There, we killed your little pets. The dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I put my wares to your kind since the upright thieves stalked the night. Speak, what would you have of this humble merchant? Still tormenting the colts, eh, Granddad? We've come for information on a smuggling job. There's this peddler what was caught at the Lithogran checkpoint moving merchandise for the grinning curs. Pleaded innocence even when he had the screws put to him. You would not know aught but the ideal, would you? Every last sort of details, not a single grain of stolen sand passed through the shadows without my knowledge. But such a prickly wisdom lodges tightly in one's throat. What have you brought to ease the pain of its passage? Serving the theatrics, Granddad, here's your usual purse. The sum is paid, the deal is made. May my answers sate your fickle hunger. Your hapless peddler was indeed innocent. He was but a beast of burden employed by associates of the grinning curs, and likely knew not of his freight's tainted nature. Pawn, if you will, convenient decoy. There are those amongst my acquaintances who have specialized in providing such services. Aye, that's what I thought. The curs wanted that call to get caught, and now the jackets have had a taste. They'll waste their time wolfing every shite pie what comes through the checkpoints. I mean, the real treasures are hidden away in the Darkmans, along with the grinning curs. Not the Darkmans, Master Rogue, the Mist. Aside from the traveling merchant, the curs associates have spent coin on another piece for this little game. A navigator, one who's practiced in piloting a vessel through the Doxy's Pole. The Doxies, the gods only know how many ships have sailed into that fog. Soup and never come out again. And that's where you say the curs have gone to ground? Now there's a trick what took some bollocks. Once their hunted tub was sitting dimmer in the mist, though it would have been easy to have those associates of theirs ferry the junk goods to Lunasia. Then the canny coves just needed to wait for the peddler to get boned and draw the glaze of the yellow jackets inland. The glazes? Why would you... Shouldn't it be gazes? We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for open waters. A fair appraisal of events. Now that you know the location of your marks, however, it will not be so difficult to track them down. The Doxy's Pole was once an impenetrable shroud, but ever since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Near your search the heaviest banks, and you'll soon uncover those who wish to remain unseen. But now a warning. The mists conceal other dangers beside the dogs you seek. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. The chopping block? You can't mean... As soon as I found myself another lead to look into, you hurry on back to Jack and tell him what we've learned so far. Yeah, we'll tell him. No, this sounds good. No, it sounds good at all. About time, lass. He was gone so long as I almost sent the stray after you. What happened to Underfoot? So our marks and their bitten baubles are snug deep inside the Doxy's Pole, eh? I'll not discount the old man's warning, but we may not have been our chance to crash the curs and grab them treasures. We board their ship right now. You mean me and Vikebe? Suppose you'll be needing yourselves a little tub for the voyage. I'll have words with Searcent and see what the dry docks can spare us by way of a ship and a reliable crew. Get your kit together and meet us there. Alright, I've pulled in some favors, and there's a crew that will get us close enough to scamper aboard the Cur's vessel. A bit cramped up on that deck. If we try to mill the whole lot at once, we'll soon find ourselves up against the rails. So go in quick and quiet and try to knock them off a few at a time. Are you to test your sea legs? Yep, let's go. Let's get this done. The Growler? Ah, it's only a little one. That's nothing to really be too worried about. Be more worried if they let out a bigger one. Jack, I found me one of them treasures. Unless there's another fist-sized blue diamond on board, it's gotta be the Cerulean Star. As for the other two baubles, I've tossed the captains and been through the hold ilm by ilm, but there's naught else here. Well, we'll just have to ask all sweet like, won't we? Spit it out, Kerr. Where are you keeping the rest of your treasures? Think I'd spill my guts for the likes of you, rogue? Maybe one at that, but what about this partner you're working with? How'd you? We don't need no partner. So you're telling me this was all your own idea? You woke up one day and decided you'd attack a maelstrom transport right off the coast of Aleport, then disappear into the love and embrace of the Doxy's pole? Not exactly your style, is it? The Grin Curs are too bleeding famous for being the crew what turned their snounce up at privateering in favor of keeping to the old ways. You've only escaped the Yellow Jug script this long by crawling on your bellies and snatching scraps what fell from the table. You ain't the type to sink your teeth into a Navy-owned vessel, no matter the prize. Aye, well, maybe there ain't no profit in being cautious no more. Well, you went after and got a maelstrom transport that had very specific high-grade items on it. And got away with it, for the most part. Till Maelstrom came over and told us that, challenged us. So, to me, that means there was an inside man. Aye, well, maybe there ain't no profit in being cautious no more. The age of pirates is swift coming to an end. Morrow won't be stopped, not by a piddling little crew like mine. That's why we've thrown our lot in with the executioners. That blue rock was just our share of the loot, the scraps from the table, like you said. If we want them other trinkets, then we'll have to take it up with your new mates. One job at a time. First, we need to get these stinking coves and their tub back to the docks. So there's other crews that are involved in this. Plus, aside the issue of who gave the orders, there's no doubt that these was the coves' raid that maelstrom ship. Now for a punishment that fits the crime. I was informed that a certain well-known pirate ship was spotted weighing anchor at the Morbid dry docks. I assume that this was your work? Aye, you missed all the excitement, Captain, but never you mind. The Cerulean Star is back in Bob and your sneaky little fambles. And these must be the grinning curs. Degenerate fiends. How dare you ply your filthy trade in Limson waters? How many innocent sailors were massacred that you sate your vile avarice? Every one of you ought to be lined up and shot. Musket ball was the only answer for the rampant display of lawlessness. Wait. Do you mean to just execute them here on the bloody docks? At least take the buggers into custody first. Hand them over to you for lawful punishments. Punishment will satisfy the demands of the code just as well. We've already got the answers to our questions, so feel free to take them away. Do not presume to give me orders, rogue. You only managed to capture these villains and their ill-gotten treasure by employing unsavory and unconscionable means. Why, you're not more than pirates yourselves. These bastards ain't worth a true pirate's spit. The upright thieves was formed to protect us from ourselves. Now they're just hunting dogs for the Admiral. Merweb yanks the leash and another buccaneer disappears. You rogues are traitors to your own kind. If it hadn't been for you... Aye, go on then. Blame me and me coves for your own failures. You know what we was about when you defied the code. You knew that we'd be after ye. We're done here. There are still 2 treasures left, rogue, and I mean to claim them both. I'd reconsider the contest of yours, Captain. Turns out this fish we're trying to hook is a shark, and it might just swallow you whole. Okay, let's go talk to Captain Jack back here. Yeah, so it's a group of pirates organizations that are working together. Which is kind of what the basis of Lemsa Lamensa and the Maelstrom was. A group of pirates who got tired of just being on their own and getting picked off easily by the Empire, so they banded together. Hey, work on that ship. Illusion, first blood is ours. How do you take to fighting at sea? There are a few as can drop an opponent as quick as Rogue, but mind you don't exhaust yourself just flailing your blades at the tougher coves. And that goes double for when we've mates on your flanks. You notice yourself start to flag. There's not wrong with pulling back from time to time and staggering your attacks with each other to keep the pressure on. I said it before last, but I'll need you sharp enough to carve steel for what's to come. I'm afraid this will be more of a challenge than ever than what Lo Shrew was bargaining for. That's assuming the Curse wasn't lying about the Executioners, and the Executioners are who I bloody think they are. Twixt you and me, though, I'm hoping the name is just some laughable coincidence. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it, though. But that was the level 20 rogue quest, Grinners in the Mist. Thank you for joining us here on this little video on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you for more. Or maybe you'll come by and join us over on Twitch at the same channel name, where we stream basically pretty much nightly. But till then, have a wonderful rest of your day.